Can I really do this? I mean, it's wrong, right? We've only just met. It doesn't feel right. But on the one hand, she's all I've ever wanted. Is this really the right thing to do? I really don't know.
Nope. I can't do it. As much as I want to. I can't do it. It wouldn't be right. Not like this.
Sorry, Clara. I can't do it. As much as I would love to, as much as you are the wife, you are everything to me, I can't do it. It wouldn't feel right. So I'm sorry. No. You guys warned me not to do it. You guys warned me not to do it. And I'm going to listen to you this time. Because how could I not listen to my amazing, amazing audience base? You guys are incredible and I'm going to listen to you. Why? Hey, it's nothing about you. It's just...
I don't need to hear it. It's not you, it's me. I've heard that 8 times. Fine. I put on the sluttiest thing I could find, basically threw myself at you all night, but I get it. You're classier than me, or whatever. Haha, just kidding. It's totally fine. I really love how you stick to your principles like that. Maybe just don't tell anyone about this. I don't want rumors spreading about, you know.
Of course. Wouldn't dream of it.
Thanksy.
Holy shit. Oh god. Well, I feel like we dodged a bullet somewhat. I really want to see what happens if you say yes. Because I feel I got people warning me not to do it. And if you guys feel so strongly about it, it means something must be very, very wrong. Oh god. Holy shit. This is the craziest thing that's happened to me all year, and I'm counting the alien and god. This is the craziest thing that's happened to me all year, and I'm counting the alien and extinct Super Pikachu in that. As you should. You quickly make your way back to your dorm, avoiding that one loose tile, and sneak back to your bedroom. Although, of course, you cannot sleep a wink, and end up staring at the ceiling for hours until your alarm goes off. Crush to Rejector. Yes, mate, I am the Rejector. That is a great relationship. I want that relationship with everyone. I want to be known as the Rejector.
Morning, Sleeping Beauty.
Morning, Snoring Beauty.
Just wanted to let you know that we are still on track for this evening.
Great. Do you need to keep updating me every day?
Honestly, at this point, yeah. Like, I don't want to make excuses, but if one more thing goes wrong, I want, like, plenty of foreshadowing for me to be... I want, like, plenty of foreshadowing for me freaking out. You know, and I probably should have said this before, we could just, like, walk around for a bit. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, I know. I've got excuses for why all those other ideas didn't work out, but I don't really have an excuse for that one.
Homeroom passes uneventfully. Old Man Oak keeps an active eye on a thick book while teaching. Although the front is covered in thick duct tape, you recognise Old Man Oak's copy of Teaching for Geniuses. Mate, give me that copy of Teaching for Dummies. Right. So, elective time, but before we actually get into the elective, because of the way that I structured the intro of this video, I didn't actually get a chance to tell you guys a story that happened. As you probably noticed, my hair's a different colour now. Just kind of snuck that in there. But the reason it's a different colour is I've had it booked in for about 3 weeks now, and it just so happens I'd already decided I was going to go purple or pink, and then Clara drops into the game. So now it just looks like I've gone overboard. But that's not the story. The story is I had my hair booked in about 3 weeks ago to try and, you know, go to a salon and get it done. And I rocked up yesterday, which was, I believe it was Thursday, the 1st of August. I rocked up on the 1st of August and got to the salon where I'd gone in like 2 days prior to confirm everything was still okay and we're still on for the booking. I get in there. or at least I walk there. I get to the front door, and it's all boarded up. So I'm like, hang on, what's going on? Turns out the building had been repossessed because they didn't pay their rent. So I had to frantically run around the city that I'm living in. I'm not going to tell you where, but I had to frantically run around the city that I'm living in, trying to find a salon that would take me super last minute notice, and ended up getting a stylist that had worked with Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and a bunch of other really famous celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and she showed me all the pictures of them. So I somehow ended up with a better stylist than I was going to end up with previously, and for a cheaper price. So I'm quite happy about that. But yeah, what do you think of the hair? I'm quite happy with it. Little blue streak in the front, big purple. It matches something I've got planned for later in the month, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, it's cool. And let's go to our elective today. Let's go to Fairy first. We did Dark first yesterday. We'll do Fairy first today. I stayed up too late last night raiding. Raiding? Are you a Viking? Nah. They mostly live in Minnesota. Fuck's sake. I love that reference.
You're correct. This outfit does weigh 33 pounds. How did you know that? Regardless, I'm impressed, and also slightly disturbed. Of course, I would never sell clothing so heavy. One should always be considerate of the consumer. I design garments in all shapes and sizes for every sort of person. It just so happens that for me, 33 pounds is no great burden. It's all about keeping your back straight and building core strength. I've been doing both since I was a kimono girl. Surprised? You ought to see my bench press.
Valerie's outfit must be hiding some real muscle. She suddenly turned into mommy material. Damn. Oh, I can just imagine her in the gym just like, let's go! Oh, God. It is also incredibly hot here in the UK at the moment. It's like 27 degrees. And it is absolutely scorching. So it's very difficult for me to sit and record this for long stretches at the moment, because I've got some work going on outside my flat. So if I keep the window open, all you'll hear is like explosion sounds and shit. So hopefully I can survive. So I've got like ice cool chilled water, and I'm just trying not to perish. So yeah, hot weather recording sucks ass. But spamming full restores won't make you a champion, no matter how many of them you have. But it did for me. Using healing items in battle is the weak man's substitute for resilience. Can't say I agree, but there's other reasons not to. A full restore might buy your Pokemon a couple of seconds of health, but since they still need to stay still for you to apply the medicine, any competent opponent's gonna use that opening to buff themselves, so they can knock you out in one shot next time, which means you just blew $3,000 to give your opponent an opening.
Alder, sir.
Oh right, Gardenia. I actually meant to talk to you about that. What was it you sold me again? Common candies?
All sales are final. But I have a question for you. You said that spamming full restores isn't a good idea because of the cost, but aren't champions like you extremely well paid?
Oh, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I am able to keep a pretty nice house in the Grey Natural Research Center, where my daughter and grandson live. The Unovan government will make sure its champions are well taken care of. Actually, every single year I was reigning, Congress voted to increase my salary as part of the defense budget. Don't know what they thought this old geezer could defend them from. I couldn't even defend them from a little girl.
Okay, Unovan champion, very well paid. Noted. What about the Cantonian champion? Instructor Bruno, you must know since you work under Lance.
Lance is not the sort of man who shares his financial information. However, the Indigo champion has the combined salaries of both the former Cantonian and Jotonian champions. One can assume that he's very well paid, though perhaps still not to the degree that Alder is.
I knew he was lying about being a teacher for the money.
I think I heard... the Paldean champion gets 2,000 Pokédollars a month, I think, so 24k a year.
What? That's so low. How do they not starve to death? Esperar. Paldea has many champions, 97 right now, In Paldea, champion is a rank you attain, not a job a single person has. Well, that's dumb. I can think of 97 people who might disagree with you. Anyway, we also have a top champion, La Primera, but she doesn't accept the allowance. It's tradition for the top champion not to.
Hold on. So this top champion is like your actual champion? And you've got 97 Elite Four?
Yes, and you need to beat all of them in a row to challenge the champion.
Mad.
Raihan, he's messing with you.
What? He's a guy?
Hey, back on track, please. What can you tell us about the other champions' salaries?
I think Stephen Stone abolished the champion's pay when he became champion, though I heard the salary wasn't very big anyway. Of course, being the heir to Devon, he didn't need it, and Instructor Wallace was already filthy rich from endorsements and contest prizes when he became champion. Do you not know how much the champion of Sinnoh is paid?
Oh no, I know that one. Cynthia is paid 1.118 billion a year, though this amount fluctuates based on market conditions. What does she even do with that much money? No one knows. I've studied the economies of Celestic Town and the area north of Route 223, so I could figure out what she was spending her money on and invest in it. But as far as I can tell, she's either not spending that money at all, or does all her shopping online. Being fair, it's rather hard to imagine Cynthia walking into a Pokemart and asking to buy a handful of Pokeballs. Yeah, I guess. So, what does your dear friend Leon spend his money on, Raihan? I've seen those Gigantamax-sized checks we allowed for him.
Somehow he spends that money even faster than he gets it. He helps out trainers in Galar mostly, but sometimes he'll just decide to buy an island or bankroll a new field of science.
The Aether Foundation has 3 new wings named after him. Don't think he even knows how to pronounce ether.
Being fair, it's a bloody tough word. Who decided AE should be pronounced EE? It should be like IE, or maybe A?
Sonny, this is your daily reminder you're the smart one. Thanks, Ness.
Alright. The point is, every champion makes a comfortable living. Although, just to make sure I'm getting this right, Cynthia's 1.1 billion Pokédollars is a lot?
Huh? Yeah, of course. It's an absolutely massive amount of money.
Guess I haven't gone shopping in a while.
Wait, you didn't realize that was a ton of money? Just how wealthy is he?
Let's move on to the battles now. We've talked long enough. Alex, please battle Serena today. Oh god, French accent incoming. God damn it.
Bonjour, Alex.
Hey. Oh, remember how I saw the Coordinator Club meeting yesterday?
Ah, yes, it was a pleasant surprise to see you suddenly appear in the practice room's doorway with my roommates. But what of it?
You looked great. Yeah.
You are too kind. In truth, I think we are all quite nervous. Licia is a woman who's very focused on her goals, much like I. But her goals are more noble, and we all fear not helping her fulfill them.
Oh, don't be worried about that. I don't know much about contests, but I thought you were awesome. Really stylish and classy.
A kind sentiment, but the judges will be individuals who do know a lot about contests.
Guess I can't argue with that. Oh right, how goes the Calum-spiracy?
Oh, quite well. There's a new girl in the contest club that I believe is promising. She and Calum have personalities that ought to mix well together, I believe.
Oh, you're gonna do the whole thing without me?
That's certainly not my intent. I'm in no particular hurry, but haste may behoove you.
You got it.
How reliable of you. Now, shall we duel?
Stand and deliver. En garde! She got a Houndour. Okay. I really want to use this opportunity to try and get some levels onto Barrow, but the problem is, Barrow's not very good against things that aren't psychic or, like, that sort of natured. So Aurora just kind of tends to be, like, the default in the end. We'll just Dazzling Gleam. And Aurora Beam. Aurora leveled up. Sandile. See, Barrow can't do anything about that, but Chiggery can. Chicory cannot! What the hell was that? What? Chicory, what the fuck happened to you? Why did the Sandile go for a dark move against a fairy type? That should have been a free switch as it went for like... Oh man. What is wrong with you? Ivy, just get in there, Ivy. Draining Kiss this freaking heathen. What the fuck, man? Leech Seed. Ardent Gaze. I'll play it the nasty way. Growth. I'm just gonna go out into Barrow now. And I'm gonna click Enshroud. Eheh! And now we're going to Pursuit. And it burnt me. It's fine. It's fine. I only want EXP. That's not good. But at least we killed it. Level 16, learn Bite. That is better than Pursuit. Level 17, level 18, and keep the rest. Alrighty then. Probably Aurora, but I don't really want to switch into this thing. I'll go Ivy. Ivy's always a safe bet. Leech Seed it. Ardent Gaze it. Oh, it protected itself. Let's try again. Ardent Gaze it. Yeah. And Draining Kiss. As it protects. Draining Kiss. Easy. Easy! I'm not worried! Nice.
Ah, well done. You're a splendid battler. Of course, you realize this means I am plotting my revenge.
It's only fair. I knew the consequences when I accepted this duel. Oh, that reminds me. I noticed you didn't make it through the first round of the quarter clashes. What happened?
Oh, well, truthfully, it's rather embarrassing, but I was beaten by my very first opponent. I am afraid she utilized exclusively water types. My team could do little against her as a result.
Ugh, bad luck, Serena. Sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor.
I suppose you would know that better than anyone. Well, I shan't let it discourage me. That mishap allowed me to focus all my attention on my aspirations as a musical coordinator after all. Perhaps it was secretly a blessing. Life has many doors, and I'm far too young to worry about the ones close behind me.
I like that. You better say the thing. I've read out some pretty cringe lines in my time. I've even narrated Andy and Lele, where I had to do some interesting narration. This is fucking pushing my limit. Hey, those battles today were pretty lit. All your Pokemon were absolutely on fleek, fam. No cap. Otto's knowledge of modern slang continues to embarrass. Stop not saying it! Are you doing this to torture me, Freud? Is that what's happening? Is that why you're doing this? Because you know I've said he says it every time and I enjoy it. You're trying to torture me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh god, at least Clara's here to soothe my worries.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I can't believe I forgot, but we should totally exchange contact info. I mean, after last night.
Sure, what's yours?
Oh, why don't you just give me your phone? I'll put it in for you. And then you can put yours in mine.
I was literally just thinking that. I deserve some sort of award for not making a joke out of that. Yeah, boy. I wouldn't have given her my phone. I don't trust her. She is wife, she is bae, and I am obviously, like, blind to her charms, but I don't trust her. I just don't.
Anyway, I really enjoyed yesterday. Want to do it again tonight?
I don't think my sleep schedule could take 2 nights of that in a row. Besides, I've got something planned with Leaf. I thought I mentioned that?
Well, yeah, you've got something planned.
What?
Look, I just don't want you to be disappointed if, she backs out again. But if she does, I'm here for you. I think being reliable is a really important quality for a person. That's why I like you so much. I know I can trust you.
I'll keep that in mind, but it's not like she's trying to push it off. We've just had some bad luck.
Some people just look for the easy way to get what they want. If it's a breakup, they just leave their partner. If it's money, they just take it. If it's to put off a long-standing engagement, well, you know, I'm not saying that Leaf's doing that, of course, just that some people do. I really like putting in the work to get what I want, though. It makes it much more satisfying to know I've earned whatever I get. Oh! Hey Alex, date update, we are still on track. Hey Leaf, how are you, bestie? Oh, I'm fine, bestie? Oh, shoot, sorry, I totally interrupted what you're doing here, didn't I? My bad. No, it's fine. I know you felt left out. It's totally fine. Oh, well, that was pretty much it. Anyway, I can just leave now. It's really no problem. What are you talking about, bestie? You've been talking about this date you've been planning for months now. Now that it's actually going to happen, I want to know every detail. It's really not that big a deal, and besides, I want it to be a bit of a surprise for Alex, you know? Oh no, I totally get it. I mean, I helped you plan a bunch of those previous ones, but I guess those didn't work out. You just try to do it I guess since those didn't work out, you just try to do it yourself, right?
Clara, you didn't really help me plan any of those dates, though.
Oh? I'm sorry, I thought I was helping. I guess I was just getting in your way. What about your Ivysaur? Did I not actually teach it Instructor Koga's special move? Was I just a problem then, too? No, you weren't ever in the way. I'm sorry, I misspoke. You weren't a problem at all. Oh. Then, will you tell me what you're doing for this date?
Oh, alright. Sorry, Alex, you're gonna have to wait another 3 hours for your hint. I may actually die of anticipation.
Classic. Made it 4 weeks, but that last 3 hours was the straw on the camera-up's back.
The time of death on my gravestone is going to have to be very specific.
Huh. I just realized something. How come they don't put cause of death on gravestones anymore?
You know, I don't know. I don't think I realized until just now that that was a thing. But you're right, like really old gravestones will say run over by a ponytail, or run over by a mudsdale, or run over by a blitzel.
Okay, I've got a different question. What the hell kind of cemeteries do you have in Pallet Town?
Apparently, cemeteries populated by people who, in life, were very vulnerable to getting run over by equine Pokemon.
That's going to be the new battle meta. Pallet types are weak to horse types.
Oh, God. There is a long-standing discussion in the Pokemon Draft League community of what exactly constitutes a horse and what constitutes a bird. For example, Caracosta is classed as a bird, despite being a turtle. So, if I'm weak to horses, I'm really going to need to narrow down exactly what Pokemon I'm weak to. For example, is Barrow a horse? Is Ninetales a horse? Is Ninjask a bird? How do we classify these things? If we're talking about the weaknesses of people in our hometowns, you're standing in a pretty glass house.
Huh? You dick. I can't believe you went there.
That went over my head. Yeah, I realised it was far too Yeah, I realised it was too far halfway through saying it. Thanks for not blowing up at me.
Was that another volcano joke?
Not intentionally, but I'm going to fill my mouth with food before I find another way to put my foot in it.
Good idea.
Ah. So yeah, she was from the volcano island. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. Alright, Melody. We're going to try this again. This is a bad idea. I don't think so. Sit at the table. Damn it! I will wear you down. I promise. Right. In the meantime, I'm gonna go. What am I gonna go with? Who am I gonna go with? Maybe I'll go sit with Rosa. Yeah, maybe we'll go sit with Rosa at the famous table. Let's go chill at the famous table with Rosa.
Oh, I think I'm not allowed to give any of my peers any advice about anything, actually. So if anyone asks, you are helping me study.
Okay, I'm gonna study bugs with you. Rosa spends the entire session peeking around furtively, presumably looking for hidden cameras. As such, you actually do end up helping her more than she ends up helping you. Yeah, boy. Your bug proficiency is now 2.75. You can now reach level 20. Cool. Already am level 20. And we're gonna go to Dark Elective now. Choose Dark? Let's choose Dark, baby. Okay, so about Pokemon that are Dark type. You studying something new? I'm trying, man. Ethan, I don't understand you.
The selling point of Feint Attack is very simple. It doesn't miss, ever. I'm not saying it has 100% accuracy. I'm saying that even if your Pokemon takes 6 Sand Attacks, Feint Attack will land anyway. It's all about lulling your opponent into a false sense of security. Feint Attack makes accuracy irrelevant, at least to your Pokemon. In the process, it trivializes evasion-based teams. Many of these will use the turns you miss to set up their own win conditions. Except your Pokemon won't miss, if you taught it Feint Attack. Another great trick up the Dark Trainer's sleeve. Karen described the Dark types as a collusion army knife, with an answer for every strategy, except minimize fairy types, because even if you do hit your opponent's minimized Clefable, you're doing about 7 points of damage. And it's just going to Moonblast you in the face anyway. Hell yeah. Dark proficiency is 19.25, we can reach level 19. Yep, we're slowly getting Barrow up there. I am going to put Barrow up front, actually. Just to get a little bit more EXP. Because I really, really, really want to level Barrow up. Very strong.
Which is why Hyper Beam is a particularly effective finishing move. At least it was when I was champion. Yes, I myself had a particular Tauros that managed to utilize the adrenaline rush from knocking out a foe to push through the shock of launching a Hyper Beam.
Oh, I love that. For those of you who aren't super in-depth in the competitive scene, back in Generation 1, Tauros, behind Mewtwo and Mew, was the de facto #1 Pokemon in the OU tier. It was the 3rd best Pokemon in the game, arguably 2nd. And that's because of a bunch of different things, but the main one is in Generation 1, if you knocked out an opponent's Pokemon with Hyper Beam, it would not need to recharge the next turn, which made Hyper Beam like the ubiquitous best move in the game. I thought that was such a cool idea. I wish they'd kept that, or at least made a move that mimicked that, like a 120 base power attack that recharged if you didn't kill an opponent. It was such a cool idea. Like, everything ran Hyper Beam, like Snorlax, Tauros, I'm pretty sure even some forms of, like, Golem and Rhydon would run it, just because it was just that powerful. It was the strongest thing in the game. Because the game was a lot slower back then as well, the meta wasn't so power-crept, so Pokemon like Snorlax and Chansey could stay in for a turn from recharge without having to necessarily worry too much about just dying the next turn. So yeah, Hyper Beam was a cool little strategy. I really like the little callback to it. So well done, Freud. You've done your research there, mate.
Unfortunately, in his old age, he has lost that ability, and I've not been able to replicate that technique in any of the other Pokemon I've trained. I suppose I too have lost that ability. And unlike my dear Tauros, I cannot be sent to a farm outside Goldenrod to live a life surrounded by an amorous Miltank.
That's disgusting.
Right, go off to the farm and breed.
No.
Of course, using our modern understanding of battle techniques, Hyper Beam was not the best move to use in that situation. Giga Impact would have been far better, given my Taurus' significantly higher physical attack stat.
Well, obviously it's good to mention that, because back in Generation 1, there was no special attack stat, and Giga Impact obviously didn't exist, but this game is kind of like explaining the logic behind it. But yeah, Hyper Beam hit off the physical stat because it was type-based as well, so there wasn't a physical special split until Generation 4, so moves were either special or physical based off of what type they were. So like all electric types were special, all physical, like all normal types were physical, all fighting types were physical, etc, etc. So yeah, competitive history is very interesting.
Back in the day, though, when we were knocking out opponents left and right, it all seemed so much simpler. It feels as though the world has shifted around me, and I'm only now beginning to realize the colors around me. And, well, the fact I need to care about them.
You do.
You know, back in the day, Agatha used an Arbok on her team. That Arbok knew Rap, and Rap, I swear, was a move that prevented the foe from moving for multiple turns, locking them down and damaging them. Why, it seemed as though Rap was a move that combined the advantages of both the frozen and poison status conditions, but it did not overlap with either. But that's simply not true. My memories of Rap's strength are fiction. Perhaps I only thought it was so strong because Agatha used it to beat me as many times as I used Hyper Beam to beat her. You know, she never admitted this, but I believe she learned to train Ghost types specifically because she feared my Hyper Beam so much.
I've never heard Old Man Oak talk about his champion days so much. Sounds like he misses them. If life was simpler back then, and he's now realizing how much effort it takes to be a teacher, well, he's over 60. I can't imagine he wanted to sign up for an extremely difficult job at his age.
Well, that's enough rumination on things that never happened. Remember, your test on terrains will be tomorrow, and I must be frank that it will be difficult. However, I will do my best during tomorrow's lecture to prepare you. Additionally, I will have a zero-tolerance policy for interruption. Okay.
Hey, Sport.
Sport?
I was thinking of like a casual nickname to call you, and Sport was all that came to mind.
Please don't ever call me that again. No, I do not wish to be called Sport. Well then, heya Pops! I'm gonna try that on my next date, whether it's a guy or a girl. I'm gonna just be like, hey Pops! Hey Sport, how you doing?
Never mind, date cancelled. See you in another month.
Yeah, see ya.
Okay, but no, really, this is it. We're actually gonna do it now. Nothing has gone wrong, so we can finally do this properly. And then you'll totally fall under my sway, and then think you've spent too much time on me to back out, so you'll be trapped because of the opportunity cost.
Seems like you've got a pretty good plan.
Oh yeah, step 1, permanently ensnare your
My god.
Step 1, permanently ensnare you...
I can't speak!
Step 1, permanently ensnare you due to fear of having wasted time. First move's the most important, you know.
This is the first move? You flew across an ocean to grab me.
I would have done that anyway. I don't get a stamp on my loyalty card for something I was already planning on.
I don't remember ever handing out loyalty cards.
Really gotta get that memory checked out, Skippy. Early onset dementia's an awful thing.
Yeah. Come on, let's go to the dorm and get changed. God damn it. But get changed into what? I don't really have anything that I could call a date outfit. Of course, that didn't stop me yesterday, but Clara seemed a bit annoyed that I hadn't dressed up nicely, and I don't want to make that mistake again. Hey, Leaf! What should I wear for our date?
Absolutely nothing!
Pretty sure that'll violate some laws.
Beauty isn't a crime!
Stop yelling about nudity!
You're a nurse! Why is this such a thing for you? We're in the same room! You don't have to yell!
Yo, just realized I should probably text you. What should I wear? Kinda dumb when it comes to fashion. Huh? My uniform? Oh, it's fine, don't worry.
It's fine, don't worry about it. You can wear anything you want. Though if you want to match me, you could wear your uniform.
Huh? My uniform? I just took it off, but sure, I guess. Leaf G Green. Gracidia Green, was it? I can't remember. Also, why would you put someone's middle name into a contact in your phone? Is Red like a 70-year-old man? I think he is. I think he's deep down just like a secretly old 70-year-old or something. Hey, Leaf. Ready. Decided to take your advice and put my uniform on. Feels weird to be wearing this outside of school hours, though. I half expect to have to go to homeroom any second now. Ready?
Almost. How do you feel about makeup?
No strong feelings. I've never really cared about makeup. I mean, right, so everyone has the ability to do whatever the hell they want with their appearance. Some people makeup is empowering, some people don't prefer it. You know, it is what it is. It's an industry that exploits beauty standards, so I can understand why people would have strong feelings about it, but I personally have never cared. Like, I think makeup can make people look nice. It can also take away from natural beauty, so I really don't have any strong feelings.
What a very diplomatic but boring answer.
What can I say? I misread that as something a lot worse. What can I say? I like straddling that fence. Definitely not face, which was what I was imagining. God's sake.
Well, lame centrist answers like that aren't going to give you much luck when it comes to
Maybe I didn't misread it.
Alright. Alright, I'm coming out.
Damn, the date hasn't even started and I've already turned you off of men?
I'm pretty sure we used that joke already. Anyway, who says I'm going to restrict myself to just women? I enjoy double battles too.
No, seriously, are you coming?
Just give me a second.
What was my role again in the dungeons? I can't remember. Is that knowledge, patience, wit? Patience, knowledge, wit. Yeah, so I think I need to get my patience up. Your patience increased to 12. Yeah! I think it was wit. It was either wit or charm. I don't know. I wish... Is there a way you can check? Let's discover this together. Nope, it shows my proficiencies, but it doesn't show... well, it doesn't show that at all. I wish I knew. In my social, maybe? No, I guess I'll have to find out next time I do a dungeon.
Okay, I'm coming.
She made me wear my uniform to dress up like this.
Hey. Kinda over the top, I guess.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're pretty gorgeous yourself. Why did I say that? Wait, what's... Huh?
What is it?
Not sure. One sec. Hi? Yes, this is Leaf. Yep, Leaf Green.
Leaf green. Why is that? Why have I only just... Oh, God.
What do you mean? The reservation was for tonight, wasn't it? 7 p.m.? What do you mean you have to cancel? The entire restaurant? That's not... No. Why would you have to... You're making this up. You have to be. What do you mean, health code concerns? You're a 7-star restaurant. I can hear your Colossian accent. You don't have health code.
Click. And you've been hung up on. I'm guessing it's not good news.
This isn't going to work.
Huh?
I give up. The universe is giving me a message, and I need to start listening to it. This date will never happen. It will never work between us. Sorry for wasting your time.
From within Leaf's bedroom, you hear the sound of something tearing, and you wince at what is likely a pretty expensive tantrum. Well, what now? Blue?
Well, now what?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Typical Alex. As bad with girls as Gramps is.
The fact that you at some point were birthed would seem to indicate he wasn't that bad.
Tell you what, I'm feeling magnanimous. I'll tell you what to do here, but in exchange you need to do me a favor.
Look, I'm pretty sure I know what to do. I was just gathering my thoughts.
Are you taking the deal or not?
You're not listening at all. Yeah, sure, fine. Whatever, I take the deal.
Ha!
You fell for it. You totally owe me a favor now, and I can make you do anything I want.
Yeah, how devious. Just tell me what the deal is, or what you think the deal is, more likely.
Leaf isn't actually giving up. She flew across an ocean for you. She's just tired of her plans falling through and kinda wants you to take the initiative. Just knock on the door and take her somewhere. She's overcomplicating it, and you're too dumb to see the obvious answer she's ignoring on purpose.
Oh yeah? How'd you figure? Leaf seemed to be pretty okay with deciding everything up to now.
You would say that. Just shows what you know. Women are like an inverse battle. Throw everything you know out the window. If they say what they want to decide for them. If they say they need space, stay with them. And if they say they want you to make more friends, don't.
I'm telling Daisy you said that.
Shit, no, don't!
Sorry, there's a fee for misogyny in this storm.
Come on, I was speaking metaphorically. Don't tell Daisy.
I'll hold off on telling her until I've seen what your favor is. If it's something ridiculous, well, I'm sure Daisy would be very interested in hearing your interpretation of gender relations. Okay, now back to Leaf. Most of what Blue said was garbage, but he might not have been entirely wrong in this case. So if this works, I guess I really do owe him a favor. 50-50 on if I want this to work now. Leaf? Leaf Cressidia Green?
It's not here.
Well, there's someone who sounds very similar to her in her dorm. Did she jump out the damn window? Ha ha ha! References.
I have a twin. I told you this.
Well, I want to talk to your twin then.
Door's open.
Huh? Oh, I didn't try that. I just assumed she'd locked it. Huh. We're going to Leaf's room for the first time. Why does it look like a princess's bedroom? Huh? Leaf? Leaf is... It's fail. Fail.
Leaf is not here. It's only fail. He's twin of Leaf and perpetual failure. See? If I pin all my failure, if I pin my failures on my alter ego, I can avoid taking. Oh my god! See? If I can.
Let's try that one final time.
See? If I pin my failures on my alter ego, I can avoid feeling like such crap about my inability to plan even a single measly dinner.
Yeah, I got it. Leaf, can I...
He's fail.
Fail? Can we talk?
Bed is empty. Sit.
Look, Leaf, Look, I think Leaf may have been building me up in her head as something I'm not. And I know she wanted this date to be, like, completely perfect, but... even now, in Cobacon Academy, I'm a simple guy. I like burgers, I like fast cars, I like Pokemon. And I like my dorm mate Leaf. Whether this date went perfectly or not isn't really important. After all, we're just trying to figure out if we're compatible, you know? Maybe it wouldn't work out, regardless of how much planning went into it. Then... Fail suddenly grabs your hand and looks at you with a tearful intensity from beyond the beagle puss. Beagle puss? What is a beagle puss? Is that what they call this? Are these glasses called a beagle puss? Like the nose glasses combo. You're unsure why, given you are certain you have never met this individual before.
That's it though. I don't want it to not work out. I want this date to go so fantastically that you can't wait for another. I want to spend the rest of this school year going on dates with you. I want us to have massive romantic, dramatic showdown as we face each other in the finals of the national tournament. I want you to be so impressed that I stand head and shoulders above all other options. I want this one date to make me number one. Forever.
I'm sorry, that's not possible. But you don't have to try to impress me. I'm already impressed by you. We swore a friendship pact, remember? You flew across an ocean for me. I'll never forget that. And frankly, no matter how fancy this dinner was, it was never going to be more impressive than that.
This is obvious. My belief was trying to one-up her with the impressiveness.
Was? With? Are you a vampire now? No.
I'm a very silly girl. I'm sorry, Alex.
Holy shit, Leaf, you're here now! What happened to Fail? I can't believe I want to date you. Is she gone? I thought we were really hitting it off.
Alright, that's enough. Joke's over.
Do you have her phone number? Or, like, do you know where she lives? That mustache did something to me. Do you think her Rotophoto DMs are open?
Dude, the joke's over.
Hey, you started this bit. That means I get to end it.
I feel like starting that bit means that I should have more to say over how it ends. On the other hand, ooh, how assertive of you. You have any other decisions you want to make?
You would say that. Just blah, 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 blah.
Flashback. Damn it. I guess I do owe him a favor now. Yeah, we're going out.
Alex, we can't. The restaurant's shut down.
Wait, the entire restaurant?
Health code concerns. Apparently, some super fast Pokemon got into their kitchen and sprayed poison everywhere. So now they need to fumigate the restaurant and won't open for a few more days.
That's unlucky.
I'm kind of numb to it at this point. There have been a lot of weird events like this. Obviously, stuff like Yellow going missing or you going to Pallet Town where, you know, those happened and there wasn't much anyone could do about that, but even smaller annoyances like this kept popping up. I mean, you can see why I thought I was cursed, right?
Well, you're not. Now come on, get changed.
Where are we going?
A little cafe in Innsbruck. It was one of the ones we went to when you dragged me all across Innsbruck for that shopping trip with Whitney Flannery and Tia. You'd just be a little overdressed if you went the way you are now. And to be honest, I think I'd feel too weird to wear my uniform while you're wearing something as pretty as that.
Alright, I'm gonna take a shower to clear my head. You can get changed, meet back in the main suite in 5.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, boy. You know it.
Well, did it work or did it work? What did I tell you? If you listen to me once in a while, you might actually...
Daisy.
Fucking don't!
Huh. I need to remember that trick.
Did I miss something?
Nah. You ready?
Ready as I can be.
Well, we're actually fucking doing it. We're actually doing it, boys. It's been... Well, boys and girls. It's been, what? 8 weeks where we've been waiting for this date? And it's felt like... Well, it's felt like AZ's entire lifetime, but it's finally happening. Fingers up, boys. You lead Leaf to the cafe in Innsbruck, silently congratulating yourself on finding the way there without getting lost. Oh, it's a cute little cafe with a Lugia poster and a Pikachu poster on the wall. That's cute. I like it.
Oh yeah, I remember this place. It's just like a cafe, so we can take a seat wherever. What you in the mood for? Coffee?
This late in the evening? You shouldn't consume caffeine so soon before going to sleep, you know. It wreaks havoc with your sleeping patterns.
Have I ever told you that your health nut quirks are really cute?
Oh, thanks. I wouldn't call myself a health nut, though. I just don't want to let myself slip out of good habits.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, there's a table there. Come on, let's sit.
Ah! Look at that! Look at her! Look at her! Also, that poster in the background is adorable. The Fido looking at all the pastries and the random Heracross. This is a very pretty piece of art. This is like screensaver worthy. I like it.
So, you brought me here. What are we going to talk about?
What's your story with Clara? Immediately bring up other girls. That's a great way to make a date go well. What do you think of our roommates? What do you think of classes? How are your Pokemon doing? Now, let's start with the roommates.
Oh, they were great. I was a bit weirded out at first when I learned that we'd all been assigned the same dorm, but I guess it worked out. Who'd you want to ask about?
Blue. Nah, Yellow.
Yellow's an absolute sweetheart. She just needs to stand up for herself a bit more, but I can understand why it's difficult if she spent so much time with Blue. Seems like everyone knows Yellow, but I'm not sure how many friends she has outside of our dorm. I wonder when her birthday is.
What's your story? Now it's time to ask about Clara.
Actually, I'm not really sure what my story is with her. She's just really friendly and generous. She just started hanging out with me after the quarter clashes. She taught my Ivysaur bad breath, but I didn't actually ask her to. I'm not sure how she even learned about me, actually. We don't share any classes as far as I know. but I'm not complaining. She's really sweet, and I probably shouldn't be looking too closely at why other people might be really nice, given my whole thing with you.
What do you think of your classes?
Sure, which ones?
Dragon.
Instructor Claire is a bit of a sadist, but I guess I should have expected that from a woman who comes to work every day dressed in a leather catsuit and a cape. I'm not in her class anymore, but I can still hear her in the back of my head screaming at me to push myself and my Pokemon harder. I mean, I think I'm doing well enough. My Pokemon are happy, and Janine hasn't mentioned that I'm slacking in the battle team. I guess Janine's letter accepting me into the battle team did mention I needed to take battles more seriously. But when they're so much fun, how could I?
How are your Pokemon doing?
Oh, they're doing fantastically. Which one do you want to hear about?
The Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff is an absolute angel. She's the easiest Pokemon I've ever trained. It's like she's been trained before. Although, just between you and me, Jigglypuff aren't very strong. But she still does her best, and we would never have made it back to Kobacon without her, so I'm never boxing her.
Oh, my mum's Jigglypuff is still the one. It's still the one. Let's talk about something serious.
Oh, well, sure. Makes me a bit nervous to hear that, but yeah, I'm game. What kind of serious talk did you want to have? I'll try not to make any jokes.
Okay, so this is about something you mentioned a while ago, and it's kind of been occupying a spot in my head, bothering me ever since.
Alright, I'll answer it, truthfully, whatever it is.
Okay. Is it true that everyone at this school pads?
You dick! You said we were gonna have a serious conversation. Okay, in retrospect, yeah, that's pretty funny. Thanks for lightening the mood. For real though, what is it?
Have you dated before?
Immediately checking the quality of the merchandise, huh?
Don't refer to yourself as merchandise. That's not a good way to refer to yourself as. Fucking hell. Yeah, that is an incredibly way of saying... Thank you. God, it's almost like this character is meant to be me. Wow, that's an incredibly sexist way of putting it.
Huh? Who said only men could be sexist? You saying I can't be sexist because I'm a woman? That's sexist?
I give up.
Aw, come on. At least put up a bit of a fight.
Are you going to answer the question?
My first crush was a girl named Cindy. She brought her lunch to school in a Lance lunchbox. I thought that lunchbox was the coolest thing ever. This was before Lance was even the Kanto champion. He was just a popular, strong trainer, kind of obscure. Cindy was always on the cutting edge of things. That didn't work out, though. Also, I never talked to her, so, I really didn't give it a chance.
Do you still, women...
Maybe if Rosa was an option. Then in 4th grade, I had 2 boyfriends, Miles and Devon.
Ooh, well, weren't you a man's lady?
Huh?
You know, a man's lady, like ladies' man, but in reverse.
Shouldn't it be like men's lady, though? Because ladies is the plural possessive of lady, so we should use the plural possessive for man, too?
Oh yeah, you're right. Huh. Anyway, you were talking about your grade school harem?
That's a hell of a way to put it, but yeah, we had a thing. We would hold hands together, swap the parts of our lunches we didn't like, sit in the same tree during recess. We hadn't really started kissing when it ended, but I think we were going to. We'd just started to understand what our relationship was about when... Cinnabar Island. So that one also didn't work. Evan and I had started to discuss what exactly we were, and we were going to talk about Miles. We were going to talk to Miles about it too. But I put it off. Just a week, but that week changed everything. Guess I didn't really learn my lesson, huh?
That's incredibly traumatizing. Oh, you poor soul. Imagine making a decision like that because you're nervous, and then that nervousness meaning that everything got fucked up. Like, that is... And obviously it wasn't her fault that the volcano went off, but that is incredibly traumatizing. I feel so sad for her. Oh. Leaf. Tell me about them.
Huh?
It sounded like they're really important to you. I know how it is with childhood friends. Even if things change, even if years pass, you still miss them. So tell me about them. You probably don't have many chances to tell people about your grade school harem, right?
You'd be surprised. It's like the second most common thing I open conversations with.
What's the first?
Oh, okay, we're being serious now. Miles was a know-it-all. He called himself a super nerd, but I don't remember what his first name was. But his last name was Miles because he thought it sounded cooler than his first name. Evan was a shy boy, but he loved nature, loved the outdoors. He used to take us camping. We'd spend hours wading in the water at the beach while Miles hid from the sun underneath his umbrella. And that was the closest thing to a date I've had before right now.
I'm not great with numbers, but shouldn't 9th grade have been 10 or so years ago?
Closer to 9, but yeah. And I don't have an excuse for that, really. I mean, I'm not totally blind to my advantages. Namely that I'm gorgeous, smart, and rich.
And modest.
But I never really tried reaching out until here in Kobokan. After Cinnabar, my family moved to Goldenrod, where I attended a girls' school until I went to Kobokan. I guess that might have stopped me from dating a bit more than some other high school, but it definitely wasn't a hard and fast stop. No, that's just on me. Sometimes people would ask me out or show some sort of interest, but I found an excuse. I always found an excuse to avoid it.
Well, you've gotten over that.
How'd you figure?
We're dating now.
After a month of delays, and only because you pulled me out of my bedroom. Leaf, you did it.
There were difficulties, but you did do it. Give yourself some credit. You can't improve if you always ignore the progress you make.
Look, Alex...
Yo. No! You bitch! I don't like that word, but you fucking... God damn it. Right, before we carry on with whatever this was, I want to take a moment to say that is an incredibly poignant point. Give yourselves some credit. Once in a while, if you do something good, give yourself a bit of credit. If you make some progress, no matter how small, no matter how mediocre you might think it is, it's not. It is a step in the right direction. I have dated people in my life, and things haven't always gone well, and we're going to get a bit... Why not? I'm not afraid of shying away from these things. My last relationship didn't exactly end very well. It was a 6-year-long relationship, and it ended very abruptly, in my eyes anyway. At the time, I thought it was abrupt, but that's a whole separate story I'm not going to divulge. But and it messed me up for a long time. I wasn't able to date anyone for, 6 or 7 months. I had people of both genders ask me out. I had basically, close friends ask me out, and I had a lot of people showing interest in me all of a sudden, and I said no to all of it because I wasn't ready. But I have opened my heart to that sort of thing recently, and it's very nice to know that I was able to make that step and move away from my trauma from that old relationship. But I beat myself up over what went wrong in that relationship for a very long time, and in some ways I still do. I still think that there's a lot that I need to improve on as a person, a lot that I need to improve on as a human being and as a partner in a relationship, but I take a lot of inspiration from RuPaul, from RuPaul's Drag Race. Mama Ru says, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? And that is the most important thing. You have to learn to look after the person you are right now. And if you don't do that, then how in the hell can you be an effective part of any relationship? You have to learn to love yourself before you can love other people. And yeah, don't beat yourself up for what you seem as small amounts of progress, because otherwise you're just going to hold yourself back forever. So yeah, Leaf, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you taking the steps forward to move on with your life. So yeah, cheers. Anyway, back to the date.
Yo. Melody? Leaf? Alex? What are you doing here? For the ambiance. Any other questions I can answer for you? Why are you here now? I felt a spiritual calling. Also, you're in the makeout chair. What? Every Wednesday, I'd meet my boyfriend at this cafe. We'd sit at this table, he'd sit in the chair you're sitting in now, and after I had enough sugar in me, I'd sit on his lap and we'd make out. Check the back. There's a heart carved there, and it says MXD there. Are you trying to get me to leave? No, just kind of sad that the make-out chair isn't being made out in anymore. Your generation has no respect for the old traditions. What about you, Alex? Gonna be a man about it?
I think we're operating off of very different definitions of man.
No is fewer words. Anyway, I'd hate to kick you out, but it's getting late.
Huh? Is it really? You look outside your window, and to your surprise, it really is getting dark.
Wait, you work here? Not all of us have fossil money, Green. Yeah, I work here.
I would have thought your uncle would give you all the money you need.
Phobos gave me an opportunity, everything else I earned.
Sharon also said he earned everything he had. So did Blue. I wonder why.
Okay, I don't have time to unpack all these proper nouns you're dropping on me. Just get up and go. It's closing time. Excuse me, this establishment is not closed till 8 p.m. It is only 7:47. God. Look, Karen, you don't... Huh? I really do not mean to cause any sort of bother, but it's not factual that this establishment has advertised itself.
Stop yapping. You're giving me a headache. Just say whatever you're gonna say.
My intent, which I was planning to convey summarily, is... Okay, you're taking too long. I'm kicking these two out right now. Pray stay your hand.
Pray stay my hand?
By which I mean kindly allow them to stay until the established closing hours of this business. Hey, Erica, I appreciate it, but it's not that big a deal. A business enterprise lives and dies by the promises it makes and its ability and willingness to fulfill said promises. If you've any passion for this job, you ought not to discard this cafe's doctrine so easily.
Yeah, I don't. You think anyone baristas because they're passionate for it?
Then you should not be performing a job you have no passion for. There are alternative avenues.
Oh.
Okay. Now it's like 10 minutes till closing. Do you still have some moral objection to me closing a bit early so I can clean up sooner and head back when it's not completely pitch black? As a matter of fact, I do. In fact, given your impolite conduct towards me and my battle team teammates, I wish to speak to your manager. What did Leaf say your name was again? Erica? Hold on, there's something here. Eric Karen, there we go. That is not my name. Whatever you say, Eric Karen.
Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
Why are you acting in this fashion? What have I done to grievance you in this way?
Waltzing in 15 minutes before closing time is one, trying to complain to the manager is another one, and, no, you cannot speak to my manager. He isn't even here anyway.
Very well, then I am afraid I will have to make a phone call to remedy this situation.
Knock yourself out. You awkwardly begin to get up, given you never really had a problem with leaving the cafe in the first place, but Melody puts out a hand, indicating you should stay instead. Hold on. Don't you want to see where this goes? Not really.
It's like a train wreck. I can't look away.
Erica pulls out a screenless mobile phone, then gingerly inputs a number into it, focusing intently on typing out the number. A few moments later...
Mistress Tamamushi, please state the nature of your emergency. I wish to speak to my father. What? She wants to... No, we don't have a protocol for that. Apologies, mistress. The master is not accepting phone calls at this time. Be that as it may, I must insist. No, she's insisting. What are we... I have to say something. Apologies, mistress. The master specifically requested that all calls, regardless of origin, be denied. We can transfer you to your stepmother. Perhaps she would be able to allay your concerns. Oh, no. Please do not... Mi hermosa niña, oh, how wonderful it is to hear from you again. Tell me, how are you doing at school? Have you made many friends yet? How are your classes progressing? Top marks as always? Erica? Hira? Are you there? Yes, stepmother. Beloved, you know you may call me by my name. I wish to speak to father. Oh, of course. I understand. He's not taking calls at the moment, but I will walk you into his office.
We really don't need to be here for this.
Shut up and enjoy the show. This is better than an episode of Undella Bay. What? What are you interrupting me for? Huh? Erica? What does she want? Well, why didn't you ask her? Fine, fine. I'm almost done with work for the day. I was hoping to relax.
Okay, my beloved, your father will hear you now. Oh, it appears he has a few more papers to handle at first. Do you wish to talk with me any further? No. Okay. You are always welcome to call me Despedida.
I'm thinking some Paldean model, a gold digger. Daddy Erica's got some of that as a trophy wife energy, don't you think? I just want to leave. You had your chance. You let Eric Karen fight for you, now you're locked in your seats until the curtain falls.
Father, are you there?
Ugh. Yes, I'm here. Now what is it? Out with it. I'm very busy right now.
It's been too long since we've spoken, Father. Perhaps we...
Ugh, enough of that small talk. Does Devereaux's judgment of such things escape you? Small talk is a poison most afflicted, a breath of death to deprive intellectuals of the benefits of higher conversation. I've no time to tarry about such mediocre matters. Out with it, Erica!
Yes, apologies. I have been insulted most grievously, Father.
Oh? Is this about that matter of the Esper you had intentions for? Ooh.
No, Father. He was not an Esper, and I most certainly did not have a crush on him.
Ooh, is that me? That's me! I should hope not. You know such things are beneath you, beneath our family. Keep fast thine course, stray not from the path that destiny hath laid afore.
Lest your steps shall falleth betwixt the privilege of surety and sink into uncharted soil, to be stained. Yes, of course, I've no such delusions.
Then what is the matter of this insult?
I have been called
Eric Karen. This is a grave insult indeed. Who spoke this insult? Who do they work for?
It was...
Melody. I work for the Inspira Poke Cafe.
Thank you. Melody, who works for the Inspira Poke Cafe.
I shall see to it that this Melody never holds employment within that business again. I will make her rue the day she crossed the Tamamushi family. I will blot her bloodline from forever. Hold on. What was her last name?
What was your last name?
Nunya, of the Shamutian shipping conglomerate Nunya Business.
Nunya, Father, of Nunya Business.
Stupid child, waste no more of my time. Click. Oh, Jesus Christ. And that's why you leave when the barista says they're closing. Alex, Leaf, it's been a pleasure having you here. Actually buy something next time. Time to go. Chop chop. Yes, Melody. Oh, she's great. You and Leaf quickly make your way back to the dorm. The bizarre display between Erica and Melody replaying over and over in your minds as you try to make sense of whatever just happened.
You know, I planned for us to go shopping before dinner.
Oh yeah?
We'll have to do that next time.
You got a date in mind?
For what it's worth. But can we talk about Erica for a second?
Oh no, I'm totally with you. Like, I think we could have guessed she might have some family issues, but jeez.
Jeez is right. I think I could even forgive her for trying to kick you from the battle team after hearing all that.
Well, I'm sure she's very glad you're willing to forgive her for something she did to me.
Aren't I gracious?
Outrageous, more like.
Then you're going to be pretty confused in 2 to 3 turns.
Outrageous. Ah, outrage! If you're the outrageous one, though, shouldn't you be...
It was a joke.
Alright, alright.
I know this wasn't worth the wait, but I hope you enjoyed it.
It wasn't really a wait. I got to hang out with you every day.
You're sweet.
Yes, I am.
So, you want to do another of these?
Tell you what, I'll invite you next time.
Okay, I hope you do. We're almost back to the dorm.
Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump.
I know that there's at least one member of the comment section that will kill me if I click "We sure are." I will get absolutely slaughtered if I don't at least try for it. I know you fuckers love Leaf. I know you motherfuckers in the comments are obsessed with this girl. So you know what? I'm a man of the people. I give the people what they want, unless I have an idea for something they don't want that I know they'll enjoy because I like putting words in your mouth. But still, we're gonna lean in, baby. Damn it! You motherfucker! No! So close. Eep! Okay. Ouch. I'm sorry. It's alright. Sorry, I get I was moving a bit fast. I don't not want to, but I need time. It's fine. I understand, really. Oh, we do get the +2 though, so it was worth it. Thank you. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the famous Leaf date that has been promised for such a long time. And I know about half of my audience now are going to disappear because they've had all of their Leaf fill. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. This is going to be the end of this episode, at least. We still have quite a lot of content left in this update, so thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and as the famous Alder has for some reason stopped saying, that'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, fam. Catch you later, guys. Bye-bye.